The overpass is slightly CT favored. If you look at the team's records, NaVi wins a few more percent on the CT side. They have 55% on the CT side and 45% on the terrorist side, so the difference is almost non-existent. They would still like to start on the CT side, I'm pretty sure about that. And yeah, it doesn't look like they have the choice to make. TSM with an almost flawless knife round will probably switch to the CT side. Yes, they will. It's just funny how almost every single team is trying to make it make them mistype, like Guardian, for example, with the stay command, just trying to make them make a really weird typo or something like that. Just funny to see that the players interact in a very, very friendly fashion. And okay, so TSM just laughing off a little bit, and the terrorists will head towards the outside area on the A bomb site, as well as connected to get some decent map control to start off with. TSM went for the A peak. They didn't find anything, so they went back into the deeper parts of the bomb site, with the B bomb site being slowly but surely being checked out by cajunb and Sipix there. Just taking a peek into the outside area over there. Now cajunb focuses on Monster, while Sipix is actually getting ready for a rotation already, and he is on the rotation right now. TSM with 4 players over at the A bomb site. It's gonna be really hard for NaVi to make anything go in their way. Even though Guardian got himself the first few tags onto Device, who's down to 18 HP right now, they still have to break through the CT's defenses. Karrigan is very close to them, and Guardian will dispose of Device in the end. It is a 4v4 thanks to cajunb's refrag on the B bomb site. Edward, however, with the Tech 9 disposes of Karrigan, and it's back to a 3v3 thanks to dupreeh's headshot onto flamie. Now Guardian takes a chance with the peak 250, disposes of dupreeh in the back of the bomb site, makes it a 3v2 advantage in favor of NaVi again, but they are still not out of the thick of things as Edward steps it up with his own headshot onto cajunb. It is a 1v3. Sipix is almost out. He will be pushed by all the terrorists, and he will get himself one headshot onto Edward, but then Seized and Guardian are there collecting the kill. 1-0 in favor of NaVi. They are starting off their own map on the slightly less favored map, on the slightly less favored side, but they get the piss round on the board, and if they can hold on to that, if they don't step in a trap that TSM might set over at the toilets, for example, or outside of the B bomb site, NaVi should be able to take it to a 3-0 scoreline, especially as they went for a really high investment, 2 Galils for Zeus and flamie, 2 AKs for Guardian and Seized, and Guardian will try to use his AK to open up the A bomb set just like he did with the P250 in the pistol round. And the CTs are forced back into the bomb site, with Zeus especially holding on to the connector area. The CTs can't get too much information. They can't even get that frag. Now finally Sipix gets that frag, even though the auto director refuses to switch for a second. I expected something else to happen, but Sipix is able to get back into the bomb site. Even though he's down to 3 HP, he made that frag happen, and now he could go for a headshot position, something like that, and maybe make his pistol work one more time. Device and him exchange pistols though. They have the P250 now for Sipix, and the deagle is in the hands of Device right now. No, actually it is in the hands of cajunb right now, so cajunb is the one to receive the gun, but he's going down. Sipix though still able to maintain control of the B bomb set, making it a 4v3. The terrorists on the move to the B bomb set, but they are slowed down, and that allows the CTs to get way more bodies on the bomb site than they had in the first few seconds of this push. Guardian comes in, Edward with the frag, Guardian with another one. Guardian pulls out his P250. The trusty gun did make his job, or did do its job in the piss round already, and Edward will get that frag onto Device to close it out, making it 2-0, but a very expensive round for NaVi, losing 3 of their heavily invested team members, especially the 2 guns that they had on Seized and flamie did hurt quite a little bit, and that resolves in the terrorists, having only Uzis and those 2 rifles they saved from the previous round. So they try to consolidate their economy by getting a few frags with the SMGs. Let's see if they can do that. Zeus in the connector in the stairs, while Edward and Guardian will make light work of the CT's defenses over at B. Device is the last man standing. He's in the toilets right now, taking a small break from gaming. And he will sit down for a second, thinking about what has happened to his teammates while he's waiting for the terrorists to make their way to him. And Edward will be prepared for that. Good headshot by him. Triple kill for Edward. A lot of money in the bank thanks to the SMG's kill bonus. Actually, 1K dollars more on Edward than it was on the rest of the squad, so he made a lot of cash in the previous round, and that allows NaVi to squeeze out that AWP. They have 4 rifles, one of them still the Galil, but they, you know, they don't want to overinvest in those rounds. They still want to have some money left for the upcoming rounds in case they should lose this one. TSM on the other side going for the AWP without any equipment for cajunb, and the 4 M4s on the rest of the squad. Sees, catches an 8, 15 HP remaining for him. Has to retreat a little bit. Takes care of the bomb for now and will wait for his teammates to generate an opening, which flamie is able to do with a headshot onto Sipix. He doesn't expect anyone to be in shot, but Zeus is able to take out cajunb. He was basically running into him. Edward on the other side will pick off karrigan on the back push, on the back step, and make it a 5v2. NaVi is looking quite strong on overpass right now. TSM is not able to get themselves on the board in the first rifle round on the CT side. So if Edward hadn't got himself the frag, it was kind of the same situation that on Dust 2 with Sipix and himself, and Sipix and Edward obviously, with Sipix handling Edward on the backstep. And yeah, it was kind of resembling that situation. Edward was holding on to the back of his teammates on middle with the kill onto karrigan. He was just standing there in party, and karrigan tried to get in there. Edward obviously got the frag rather easily, so karrigan was denied the backstab. He couldn't get that surprise factor going for his squad, and TSM lost the first rifle round in the second map. It is 1-0 in favor of TSM. They won the first map 16-9, quite convincing fashion, especially on their CT side with a 13-2 scoreline against NaVi on this too. You definitely did your job in the best possible fashion. Device and dupreeh are holding, or still holding, the rifles for their squad, and they will get that frag as well thanks to boost on the outside of the B bomb set, just peeking through the window. TSM will get another frag courtesy of karrigan onto Zeus. Suddenly it's a 3v5, and flamie is trying to get that weapon away from the CTs. Karrigan is still not able to get his hands on that, and they will be disposed by flamie, who gathers some intel as well. There is not too much action over at A long, so they figure the chances of taking it to the A bomb set are the best right now, especially as they have spotted device on the B bomb set with his gun already. They probably know where dupreeh is hanging out because they tagged him down to 12 HP already, and they will look for that frag. flamie is taking point over at A long, and he will catch dupreeh looking at the wall. Sipix is tagged down to 60 well, and Guardian will dispose of him. 2v3 in favor of NaVi. Device is probably not going for the full rotation as well. Oh wow, he could actually go for the rotation thanks to cajunb's frag onto flamie. Now the CTs try to come in from both directions, but Zeus burns cajunb alive as Device steps it up and makes it a 1v1. He's down to 21. Zeus just needs to have one bullet, and he makes it happen for NaVi. What a close round, however, in favor of TSM, who managed to draw it back to a 1v1, even though they were down in a 3v2 situation with one of their players only having a pistol. He still got himself the frag, and if cajunb hadn't burned to seize Molotov cocktail, could have ended way differently in my opinion. But, well, still, NaVi got the round on the board, and in the end, nobody asked you how close those rounds were. everybody will ask why or how you did get through to the next round. NaVi up 5-0 up against another rifle round by TSM. It is their second, and Device with his scope will take the first frag in favor of his squad. Guardian is down to 17 HP as well, so the terrorists really need to watch out where to step, where to go right now. There are still 2 Molotovs or 2 incendiary grenades and 2 HE grenades on the hands of the CTs. And if they toss them in the back lines, you know, to handle those support players, like for example Guardian, he will probably not be the first to take point in the bomb site push, but he will be the guy to stay back and cover a certain angle while his teammates proceed. And if a nade hits him, it's gonna be really bad for NaVi, because they would lose not only one of their stronger but also one of their valuable players concerning the financial aspects. Now Edward will help his teammate out. Zeus was down to 26, and Edward just saved his life with the frag onto karrigan, drawing it back to equal players for both squads. But the nade is raining in onto Zeus. Sipix will dispose of him. Small bits of body and flesh will lie around on the bomb site as dupreeh steps it up onto Edward. It's a 4v2. Now we saw TSM fight back from a similar situation already, and this time it is NaVi fighting back courtesy of Zeus with a headshot onto Sipix. The bomb goes down as well. dupreeh running out of bullets doesn't allow him to take down Zeus, and that allows him to get away from the bomb site, trying to get himself into a better position as he holds on to the back. Not quite. And cajunb steps it up from the back. Guardian is alone. He will move around while the bomb is being defused, and he couldn't really do anything about the outcome of the round anymore. If he had run, he would have exposed his position, and TSM would have, even if he had run, Guardian wouldn't have been able to take down the bomb diffuser. 5-1 TSM with the second rifle round on the board, trying to get their own streak going, as they have 5 in a row for NaVi, and it is their first on the board just now. NaVi still saved that AWP on Guardian, so their investment is limited to those 4 AKs, and they are trying to make that work, but they catch a few nades over at the B bomb site. Zeus and flamie are low on HP already, 54 and 62 remaining for the 2 Russians in the squad, and also the 2 youngsters in the squad, and they need to pull back, take some more defensive positions. Look at Zeus tugging into that corner, waiting for a CT to go for some informational play, and then hoping for an easy frag on the outside of the B bomb site, while his teammates are trying to find the opening on A, which is probably going to be hard. TSM has 3 players committed to the A bomb site defense. They figure that NaVi really like to execute on A. They didn't really make it work too many times on the B bomb site, so the odds are really high that NaVi will take it to A once again, and that's what the Danes are trying to handle. Device flashes himself out of that very, very deadly corner that his teammate dupreeh was caught in before, and will nade out, trying to find some damage on the terrorist. Not going to happen though. NaVi is very patient on the execution. 24 seconds on the clock. karrigan will get the first frag onto Zeus. Another one follows straight away. Egor goes down. Now Zeus makes up for that with a headshot, but the time is running low. 15 seconds on the clock. NaVi really need to capture the A bomb site right now, and they have so many different corners to check before they can actually go for the bomb plan. Guardian will cover his teammates. 5 seconds on the clock. They will go for the bomb plan, but will they make it? No, they can't make it, and the CTs will win the round. dupreeh and Sipix will flash in and get themselves the 3 remaining frags after the time runs out. The money is not looking too good at all for NaVi right now. Zeus is down to 800, and he didn't buy, well, he had 2,100 at the end of the previous round. They managed to squeeze out that buy round, but flamie doesn't have any equipment. The same goes for Guardian, and it looks like TSM could actually get a very good streak going for them. They're going for the somewhat aggressive setup on the outskirts of A, but they are falling back right now. dupreeh stays in that position, supported by Device, who goes for a long peek. Now dupreeh will get that frag, and the 2 Ds will get themselves the frags. Double D ringing in with 3 frags. 2v5. Guardian and Zeus are the last man standing for NaVi. NaVi dropped the bomb in the hands of the CTs, and it should be really easy for them to hold on, especially as they already managed to get 4 players around there. One of them is dupreeh in the forward position. Zeus still gets himself the frag onto karrigan, but now dupreeh and company will blaze into the smoke and will not get the frags yet, but Zeus catches a lot of damage. 12 HP remaining for him. Device disposes of Guardian, and Zeus is lost inside toilets. Device with a quad kill now, making it 5-3. TSM will get 3 straight rounds and consolidate their own economy, while NaVi is struggling right now, and they will not go for... They are not going for the force buy, so they will save for the upcoming round and go for a decent rifle buy. Very well played by NaVi. You have to point stuff like that out, because some people, some squads would have loved to get an AK or two going. NaVi, though, figures that it's too risky to jeopardize their own economy at that stage. They are on track to a very good terrorist side, and they probably try to not waste those chances by a stupid force buy round. They go for a Tech 9 and a P250, a few deagles, but it's very low, especially as they lack the armor. The investment stays very low. Now Device has easy picking, stuck shooting in a very small pond. It's actually throwing dynamite at a very small pond, stacked off fishes, and he gets himself the second consecutive quad kill against NaVi, getting himself up to 12 frags in 9 rounds compared to the 5 of his teammates. Device is definitely doing the carrying right now. On the other side, we have NaVi with 9 for Edward and 7 for Guardian. So the carries are back for NaVi. 2 only for Zeus, but he's doing way better than he did on Dust 2. And you can tell on the scoreboard as well, his calls were more successful at the start of this half. Now the terrorists are cramped into the outskirts of the map. Actually, dupreeh closes them out already. TSM with the outright aggressive play. Look at Zeus trying to make up for that. He gets himself the frag. Zeus will close out dupreeh, but gets traded by karrigan. It's a 3v2 again, and the bomb is lost. karrigan is still around. The CTs still have that information. They still have the player the player behind the enemy lines, basically, and the terrorists need to handle him before they can do anything else. He will peek out once again, goes for the reload. He doesn't know that he's pushed from behind, and he will turn around, not getting the frag, though. Guardian will close him out, but Sipix and cajunb were already coming in to help their teammate out. Even though karrigan went down, he actually allowed his teammates to be there to get the refrags and make it 5-5. TSM will draw the game, and NaVi is back on the rifles right now. Or not back, but yeah, kind of back on the rifles. They have a little for flamie, but look at the economy. They only have 2 smokes in the hands of Zeus and Seas. And what already goes down, but he's traded by flamie, so no big deal for the terrorists right now. As long as they get those frags, those trades, they should feel fine about the outcome of this round. Now dupreeh made his way into the connector area, and he can check out the front of the B bomb site of B short, but he will stay back in the corner, holding on to that, trying to find one of the terrorists on his way from the A bomb site towards B. Is the wise choice to make, actually. If you get yourself into one of those positions, rather stay there and then go for the backstab later on. cajunb closes out Seas. The B bomb site is real, the B bomb play is real, and Zeus will get himself the headshot onto dupreeh, nailing him on the wall behind him. Now re-rotation coming in by NaVi, going back towards the A bomb site. Actually, I'm not quite sure if they will just pick up the bomb and go back towards B, or stick to A, and they actually will pick up the bomb and go towards the B bomb site. They have one player in there already. Taking out cajunb is Zeus, who picks up the kills right now, making it work for his squad. It is 5-5, and if TSM give away that round, their lengthy streak will be interrupted, and I'm really curious to see if they can hold on to this bomb site push. Good work by karrigan, picking up the double kill. Now makes it a 2v1. Zeus is not able to get any more frags on the board, even though he had his own double kill in the round. He was closed out by the CTs. 6-5 in favor of TSM. Heads up rotation play by the Danes doesn't allow NaVi to get themselves back on the B bomb site, even though they had a kind of a cool idea behind it. They were in the tunnels already. Then they took this route to go to to the B bomb site, actually. So they kind of tried to fool TSM into splitting up, and you know, they might actually go towards A. Rather have an eye out on that area of the map. karrigan with the first frag right now, as he's in lower tunnels. dupreeh and Device will stack up more frags for the CT side. flamie is the last man standing with his AK, but he's already spotted. cajunb just rang off a few shots through the smoke, and he will take him out as well. 7-5. I wonder if NaVi approached the mental state of giving up again after the 7-round streak by the CTs. And those rounds weren't the closest of the rounds. You know, they did save a lot of economy. They did get a lot of money for themselves, especially in this round, which they managed to win flawlessly. So TSM with 10 and 11k for karrigan and Sipix right now. On the other side, NaVi with another buy round coming up after their forced buy in the previous one. They go for 5 AKs right now, and they need to find the opening frags. They can't give up those early kills to the CTs, otherwise TSM will just fall back into the bomb sites and just handle their rotations, handle those backstabs as well, because they can expend that one player. If they have the one player advantage, TSM is one of those teams that like to risk that player on a play. Now dupreeh is the one to do that right now. Even though it was a 5v5, he's still alive. He's still lurking outside of the A bomb site. Zeus though takes him out, makes it a 4v4 again. Edward is down to 31, and karrigan will dispose of his teammates in toilet. 7 HP remaining for the in-game leader of TSM. He will smoke off a middle and keep it closed off for terrorist access right now. TSM is pulling... Wait, karrigan is actually pulling back into the deeper parts of the A bomb set. He lets it be covered by cajunb and Device. Device is in the forward position. He has to step it up for his squad if they really want to get this round. If he goes down to the terrorist, he might actually give away that round, but Device will get himself 2 frags and a third one as well. Just doing his job in the most amazing fashion that is possible. If he had been taken out, the bomb site would have been on the verge of being lost. You know, they only had cajunb and karrigan, who was very low in the deep parts of the bomb site, and that is easily pushed by the terrorists. If they don't have those outskirt controls, the terrorists can swarm in there with their players, and if they have those take situations settled, the terrorists will check those angles in almost simultaneous fashion and will get out ahead of the CT. So great job by Device picking up the triple kill. Sipix now closing out the first frag, and another one goes the way of TSM. 3v5 already, 2v5 now. dupreeh with his own frag, leaving flamie and Guardian behind on the terrorist side. karrigan makes up for the frag that Sipix gave up. Guardian with the reply onto dupreeh in middle, but he's separated from the bomb. The CTs are surrounding him already, and he will step it up with a headshot onto Device. He might spot another head. They're going for the spray, settling his aim, waiting for the recoil to go away, but he's pushed from behind already. cajunb disposes of him partly through the fence. 9-5 in favor of TSM, but what a great stand by Guardian, almost drawing it back for his squad. The Danes, however, proved to be too strong, and we are heading into the last round of this first half on the second map, with a Tech 9 for Zeus and a Galil for Edward. The rest of the terrorists will have AKs and no AWP for TSM, even though they have the money. They figure that everything worked out perfectly without the scope, so why should we pick it up if the terrorists can't afford their own scope? dupreeh will pick up the first frag onto Zeus, makes it another one onto Guardian. 3v4 now, thanks to Edward, who managed to get a frag even though he was down to 10 HP. Now Zeus goes down to Sipix, and the bomb is still dropped in front of A. dupreeh will get himself a third frag and makes it 10-5 together with cajunb. Great job by TSM to get out with a 10-round streak after NaVi got themselves 5 rounds on the board. I thought they should be able to grind out 1 or 2 more rounds throughout the remaining half, but NaVi wasn't able to do that at all. They barely got any bomb plants. You can see that. They only got 1 bomb plant in 10 rounds, and their money wasn't... Well, obviously the loser bonus then helped them out a little bit, but a bomb plant here and there could have helped them out a little bit on purchasing weapons and putting up the pressure on the CTs. Now NaVi is on the CT side themselves. TSM on the terrorist push. Zeus will get himself 3 headshots. Great job by him, shutting down the terrorist. Advances into the A bomb site. Device is the last man alive for TSM. They will be pushed by everyone. Zeus picks up his quad kill, making it 10-6 right now. Good job by NaVi, getting back on track with the pistol round on the board. Now they won the first pistol round as well, and chances of the team winning the match that won both pistol rounds are really high, even though they aren't as high as they were in CS 1.6 anymore. They are, I think, still around, let's call it 66, maybe 70%. But NaVi obviously have to follow it up with a few second rounds and third rounds as well. flamie with the FAMAS just shooting into Monster. Bullets come out on the other side. They will take down two, and Sipix will get the headshot onto flamie through the smoke with the deagle. Sees gets in the same position that his teammate was already and puts a few bullets through the smoke. 28 HP remaining for Sipix after that spray. While Edward disposes of dupreeh, Sipix goes down to C's, and it's a 1v4 in favor of the CTs. Device is alone. He's got the deagle, so he's got the scary weapon, but Edward makes it look way more scary with his MP7. 10-7 right now. NaVi up against another save round by TSM. And if they keep doing what they are doing right now by only losing one player, Zeus refused to buy a rifle, for example, NaVi could get themselves into a good economical situation to, if they lose the rifle round, to be able to buy up again. And that's obviously what they are looking for. Edward is on the hunt for a few frags with the MP7, but he doesn't want to overextend, so he rather heads back. He knows if he gives up the first frag to the terrorists in that position and allows them to get the MP7 in their hands, they might actually do some more damage. Maybe if not winning the round, at least doing some economical damage, and that could hurt the CTs in the long run, which NaVi is now trying to prevent from happening. dupreeh, though, has a few words to say about that. Deagle to the head of Edward, now going down to flamie, but still killing two CTs keeps the money low, especially if the weapon round is coming up. They need to repurchase everything if they really want to have a chance in the round. And I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Zeus has the rifle in his hands finally. But NaVi actually talked a lot about that upcoming rifle round. Guardian got dropped an AWP. FAMAS got dropped 2 times, 3 times. They didn't really know who to pick. But TSM will waste no time, as NaVi was still busy thinking about their buy. The terrorists will make their way towards the B bombs with a good straight headshot by dupreeh, opening it up. Zeus holds on to the rotation area and gets out ahead as well onto dupreeh, making it a 4v3 against Sipix and Device down to 55 HP. This is perfectly possible for NaVi. They still have a few smokes to work with. They still have a few flashes and HE grenades as well, and they will toss all that equipment at the terrorists, trying to keep them at bay. Sees and Zeus with the frags. It's Sipix alive, and he's in B short. He will get the bomb diffuser killed, and he will get another frag. He will go for another spray through the smoke. He will get another frag, but he doesn't get the last one. Guardian stays alive with 29 HP, but Sipix with 3 frags. Amazing stand by him through the smoke. He almost got Guardian killed as well, but it shouldn't have happened in the first place. NaVi was just running at Sipix in B short. They should have handled it a little more organized, you know. 1 player defuses, 3 go for the frag, because if we all 3 go for the frag, he doesn't have the time to pick up another rifle. He doesn't have the time to get himself into the reload, and obviously he doesn't have time to get himself the right angle. Oh wow, dupreeh with the right angle onto Edward right now. Guardian is down to 17 as well. TSM keep up the pressure on the CTs. NaVi need to just boast out into flames right now if they want to get back on track in this round. Zeus is down to 50 as well. He's over at the B bomb site, and he's fighting a very, very weird fight with Sipix, basically through the smoke all the time. And Sipix will make that crack happen. cajunb with a good headshot onto flamie, stringing it up and making himself hit the triple kill onto Guardian, who was already about to die due to internal bleeding. 11-9 now. TSM getting back with a very good performance in the previous round by Sipix, and this time around was basically the whole squad working together with the first frag, then Sipix holding Zeus over at the B bomb site, and cajunb mopping up the last 3 frags on the A bomb site. So TSM back on track with a 2-round lead, but NaVi is not yet saving. They refuse to do that. They have 2 masses and a peak to 15. Guardian with the AWP, who gets himself the first frag as well, but now he's in a very hard position. He defends himself from that with the frag onto karrigan. cajunb though comes up with a double kill, and now he's pushed from behind. Edward needs to pick up the frag, but he doesn't. cajunb with a straight headshot. Now it's a 1v3 situation. Zeus is alone, and he will go for a few smoke shots and then go for the save. There's no reason for him to waste that economy. Or will he actually go for the save? He could actually pick up another terrorist, and well, if he just knew how far the terrorists are away from his position, he could have gone for the refrag or for the bomb defuse. As Sipix tries to backstab him, Zeus handles that position as well as he can possibly do. cajunb with the AWP trying to go for the exit frag, but doesn't find it. Zeus will stay alive for the next round, but TSM will get the round on the board. And remember, the first map ended 16-9 in favor of TSM, and the terrorists are on a very good streak right now, forcing the CTs on a save. Obviously, Zeus still has the rifle, so he can still get the hopes high for NaVi, but it should be 13-9 before NaVi can purchase weapons again. So the Danes on the A bomb side push, they open up like you're used to seeing it. AWP on A long, taking the deep peaks, while dupreeh holds on to the closer angles. They will flash each other into toilets, and then dupreeh will head back into the party area, possibly even towards B. So karrigan will take his teammates towards, at least towards the B bomb site. With two players over at A long, they can make NaVi feel that it's going to be an A push, even though there is no bomb inside. NaVi could actually think that the terrorists will make it towards A without too much risk on the TSM side, but they will spread out again, send Sipix through the tunnels into the B bomb site, where Zeus is waiting for his prey to walk by. He gets himself the first frag. Now he's crammed in. The terrorists will push him together. Zeus needs to step it up, but goes down to dupreeh, who's pushing into the B bomb site with another frag. karrigan takes out flamie at the same time and makes it a 4v2. Albert and Zeus are the last man standing, and they will just run into the guns. No reason for them to save anything. It was looking not too promising, but Zeus got that one frag, and I thought if he goes really nuts on the B bomb site, if he turns around like a hurricane, sending bullets in all the different directions that the wind can blow in, he could have gotten himself a quad kill, obviously, but it would have been really alien-like, so he wasn't able to do that, and TSM just mopped up those unarmored CT frags. Now NaVi is back on a save, on a buy round, and they have the AWP in the hands of Guardian, who already made it work quite nicely in the previous rounds on the force spy, especially with 2 frags, where he was able to draw it back for NaVi. Edward now is drawing it in the favor of his teammates with a headshot onto karrigan, dropping the bomb carrier as well. Zeus and Guardian are there as well, even though Sipix goes to work on Zeus and dupreeh disposes of Zeus. The chances of the CTs are really good right now. With the bomb being dropped in toilets, they know that the terrorists basically need to capture that, and it's still smoked off. So they have the perfect positions as well. One is holding on to the exit of the toilet towards A long, one is holding on to the exit towards the A bomb site, and one is pushing it from behind, which is Albert taking out Sipix, who was a little bit surprised. dupreeh is the only one alive for TSM right now, and he makes his way towards the bomb. He could actually go for a really quick re-rotation towards B, but he expects somebody to be in the tunnels, and that will slow him down a lot. He will commit to the A bomb site right now with 20 seconds on the clock. He spots Edward on the way towards a shot, I believe. Guardian, though, is his next opponent with the AWP, and Guardian will not miss that shot. The instincts are real. Even though he was flashed, he does have the right timing. Edward with the double kill, Guardian with his own double kill, making it 13-10 right now, allowing the terrorists to get 3 rounds on the board. But now getting back, then CTs need to win at least 2 more consecutive rounds to be able to lose a round and then still get their hands on some weaponry. So NaVi know that this round counts as 2 rounds. Depending on which team you take on, TSM could still squeeze out a buy if they get a bomb planned, and yeah, the likelihood of saving a weapon on the terrorist side is slim, but if they do that, they could squeeze out a buy in the upcoming round. but NaVi would definitely be saving, and TSM is on the receiving end. cajunb is quick to resolve that though. 4v4 again. He's down to 22, however, and the CTs have one more nade in the hands of Zeus. He's not around though. He's on the B bomb site still. TSM pushing into A. dupreeh getting what I said before, checking out those angles and getting himself the double kill. Very well played by TSM on the A bomb site. Takes Zeus and Guardian still alive for NaVi, but Device almost took out his teammate there. But they are forced away. They need to save, as I said already. They know that this round counts as 2, and if they don't hold on to those 2 guns, their chances of winning the next round are almost down to 0. TSM will take it 14-10 right now, and NaVi is on the back foot for good. The bomb will blow up in a matter of seconds, and NaVi should be able to hold on to their guns. At least Zeus should be able to do that. He is the kind of body armor for Guardian in that setup over there, with Guardian standing behind that corner and Zeus standing a little bit in front of him. So Zeus draws away the attention. Guardian can waste a small amount of time, and yeah, they will hold on to those guns and they will repurchase whatever they can. Max 7 for Edward, CZ 75 for Zeus, and 5-7 for flamie, while TSM will execute on the B bombs without wasting too much time. Edward is on the backside already. Max 7 to the head of the first. The second goes down as well. Great job by NaVi. cajunb still standing. He will defend off Edward, but he's up against 4 CTs and flamie will shut him down. 14-11. NaVi will win the round that I called almost down to 0. Well, okay, they saved the 2 rounds, the 2 rifles that I said they will get their odds higher, but still they will make that round go their way, and it's always so thrilling to see that evolve when a player with a weapon like a Max 7 heads to that position and you see that nobody watches it right now and you feel like he could pick up a double kill right now, and Edward is the guy to make that happen for NaVi. TSM will refuse to save though. And dupreeh with a reaction onto Zeus, shutting him down straight away. No HP lost on TSM right now. So the CTs need to find some information or a frag. And that is once again Edward who is stepping it up for NaVi right now. 4v4 again. The terrorists still maintain control of a large part of the map, especially on the B bomb site, and especially with dupreeh picking up the kill onto flamie. Now Device rings off a few shots into the underpass, trying to hold Edward at bay, and he will pick up the headshot as well. 2v4, unnecessary peek to be honest by Edward. He could have faded away and tried to get into a different position, but the terrorists now have the opening on the B bomb site and they will not waste any more time to push in their Guardian with the first shot onto dupreeh. He's got one more to work against. There he goes. Another one goes down. Device is out and Guardian gets away alive with 5 HP remaining. karrigan will dispose of him and make it a 1v1, but he needs to reload, and Zeus is on the bomb site already. karrigan doesn't know. He will go for the fake plan, but gets the frag onto Zeus. What a sick round by Guardian and by karrigan. 15-11. The Danes win it after they gave it away. They still managed to get it done and get it on the board. 4 match points for TSM right now. Zeus is opening up this crucial round for NaVi. There are only crucial rounds left for them. With the first frag gets raided by Xypnix, but it is kind of working out nicely for NaVi. If they keep trading a pistol player for a rifle player, well, now Zeus is out to cajunb. flamie with the refrag though, making it a 3v3 again. It's still 2 rifles in the hands of Guardian and flamie, and they could do some damage to the terrorists if they know where they're coming from. Now flamie goes down on the B bomb site and Guardian is around the B bomb site as well, which only leaves Edward on A. TSM will make their way towards the A bomb site with 2 players from A long. Edward is there basically alone, and he doesn't have too much equipment to work with. At least he has 2 flash grenades that he could use to maybe get himself a frag, but he goes for the peek and Xypnix is prepared for that. Guardian is on the rotation right now. He's got the armor, he's got the M4A1, and he will try his very best. He almost got a round similar to this one in his favor with 3 AWP frags. As the bomb gets planted over at the A bomb side, Sipix and company in good positions. Device goes down though, and Guardian has a small opening. He still has to check those angles, and he doesn't have any smoke, so he can't cover himself. And he knows that 2 terrorists are still alive. They will peek him as soon as he makes a diffuse sound, and he will not make the diffuse sound. He will just rush towards them. Karrigan will take him out, and TSM win the game 16-11, 2-0 in favor